Welcome. What I'd like to talk about today is the difference between connection and attachment and how to make peace with closure. We as a society struggle with saying goodbye, making changes, and evolving in relationships. And when we can go back to the beginning and remember that who we are intrinsically is connected to everything. We are source energy. We are the stars. We are the earth. We are everyone, and everyone is us because we are part of the oneness. And our external world is a mirror of our internal world. And we are always connected and in the flow. And we remember this when we are intrinsically our soul. And then we get here and we put the human suits on and everything changes because we can feel things, we can experience things, we can touch things. And based on our childhood, the experiences that we have, we can move from understanding that we are connected to everything and everyone, and that everything is designed to be temporary. Our breath is temporary. When we breathe in and then that breath is within us, it is over. When we then exhale, the breath within us is gone. When we exhale and get ready to inhale back in, the breath is completely released, and we just continue to go through these cycles of birth and death, beginnings and endings, and our body does it so beautifully and rhythmically. It just is a beautiful part of who we are. So when we get here and we're human, we then form attachments. So we go from being these completely and totally connected beings that are in a human body to humans that begin to have attachments. And if we struggle with remembering that we are always connected, the attachments that we form then become our life force, or a definition of our life force. The connections are what we stay craving because we have lost our connection to us being connected to everything. So knowing that we are connected to everything and everything is connected to us, we are in the flow of life. We are flowing down the river of life, and everything is temporary, and we love things deeply, and we experience things deeply, and we are invested in beautiful, beautiful things, and we remember that life is about a flow. When we become attached to people, jobs, situations, feelings, stories that we have created based on experiences that we weren't able to finish, those attachments have this illusion of being our life force because we're afraid of who we're going to be without the attachments. And when we become locked in attachments, we then experience our greatest pain as humans, which is our illusion of separateness. So then we're not quite sure how to let go of the things that we're attached to because I don't know that there's anything beyond that. So in this, we've become a culture that is not comfortable or familiar or has the tools to be able to do closure. Because when a relationship is over, it's about letting it be over. When we evolve in a relationship, it's about letting the old parts of a relationship die, break off, and we move into the next level of that relationship. And we get stuck and in this stuckness, we get afraid to say goodbye. And part of this is that illusion of separateness, because when we feel that we're going to say goodbye to something or someone, that we'll never be connected to them, but we are always connected. Even a project that we're doing, that we bring to life, that is so extraordinary, that when it's come to fruition and it goes out into the world, we're still connected to it. We don't have to stay attached or control it. It's okay to let it find its own wings and fly, and for us to continue to evolve and let our passions and our excitement and our joys continue to flourish in the next project, in the next relationship, in the next job, in the next thing that we're creating. The freedom that comes with that is extraordinary. And what happens is when we don't learn how to let go, if we don't learn how to say goodbye, part of our consciousness stays with the things that we're attached to. So then we don't even have all of our own energy to be able to continue to move forward, to continue to create things, whether they be things that we're creating from a work perspective, or poems that we are writing, or things that we're painting, or anything that we're doing, or new relationships, or letting a relationship grow to the level that it can grow instead of hanging on to it because I'm so afraid if I let it change, I don't know what's on the other side because I've forgotten that I've connected to everything. So some of the things that are really fun, I did a journey a long time ago with a teacher, and I can't remember who it was, and they had us go meet our childhood dreams and see how much of our consciousness was still there. And it was amazing. I went into a dream of being an ice skater. I was going to be the most amazing ice skater. I'm still terrified. But I was going to be, and I met this dream, and oh my goodness, part of my consciousness was still in there. It was beautiful to bring it back, and then I could dream a new dream. And I remember, oh my goodness sake, so I was 15 and my brother was 13, and they put us on this little plane to fly from Chicago to Detroit. When we got on the plane, I'd never been on a plane, we're there by ourselves, and I would not let my brother get up and go to the bathroom because I knew if he got up and walked, the plane was going to tip and we were going to die. So I'm in this poor little 13-year-old boy just cross his legs, Donna, let me go. It's like, oh, we're going to die if we do that. Don't. You know, so the things that we stay attached to that, you know, we can look back and go, oh, isn't that interesting? But in the moment, we're so attached to things. I cannot let it change because I'm going to die or we're going to die or something bad is going to happen, because when I got on the plane, I didn't remember that I was connected to everything. When I got on the plane, I didn't remember that both my brother and I were extensions of Source. I didn't remember that some extraordinary human somewhere a long time ago, even before the Wright brothers, had dreamt that we could fly. And that was already working perfectly, because I didn't trust anything because I forgot that I was connected. So this is the thing, when we're attached to our fears, when we're attached to whatever struggle that we have because we don't know what's going to be on the other side, to be able to recenter, get reconnected, and trust that if we let go of things that no longer serve, if we let go of things that are no longer feeding our soul, if we let go of thoughts, emotions, attachments that are just keeping us stuck, it's just amazing. It's like the old adage, if you close one door, four more open. And I really believe that when we truly close a door that is meant to be closed, knowing that we are always still connected, even if we're closing the door to a person that we love so dearly, it's just the relationship is no longer feeding, it's no longer serving, that when we close that door, that innate connection is still there. And by closing that door, there's 100 new doors that open. Because I remember that I'm connected again, because it's not just closing that door, it's about bringing my consciousness all the way back into me. Closing that door and saying, yes, I loved whatever that was. I loved whomever that was. And I'm okay letting go. My energy rallies back up and goes, oh, I can't wait to see what we do next. Instead of our biggest fear, which is, I'm gonna die, Chicken Little, the sky is falling. It's just so interesting that when we find the courage to let go, miracles unfold in extraordinary ways. So I'd like to ask you, be open to whatever comes in our visualizations today. Let yourself challenge yourself. And throughout this entire process, please remember, with every ounce of your being, you are an extension of source energy. You are an eternal light that has always been and will always be. And any fear, any doubt, anything that tells you that you cannot is a lie. Absolute lie. Just be brave and see what happens. And we'll go from there. So what I'd like to do is to have you get settled, close your eyes, and we're going to go on our first visualization to the magical place where we remember who we are and all that is possible. So go ahead and allow yourself to take in a big, big, big deep breath. And then exhale. And as you take that next big deep breath in, let all the oxygen go in and feed all your cells and molecules, and shake loose everything that does not serve. And as you blow it all out, know that it is being transmuted into love and healing energy. With each breath, allowing yourself to just relax. Let go. Unlock your jaw. Let your back soften. Feel your feet on the floor, connected to the earth. Let any stress or anxiety go out through your fingers and your toes. And just allow yourself to be right here in this beautiful moment where you are completely safe, just right here, right now. And in your mind's eye or in your imagination, allow yourself to see or feel or experience yourself walking down that beautiful path in nature. That path that is very safe and familiar to you. And as you walk along, you can feel the earth beneath your feet. You can feel the sun come down and gently warm you as you walk down the path. And as you walk down a little bit further, you can feel a warm, soft, gentle breeze come past your cheeks. You can hear some water babbling in a brook nearby. Just allowing yourself to be right here. And as you walk down a little bit further, you can see where that path opens up into a beautiful clearing. There's a campfire burning soft and bright in the center. Allow yourself to walk into this sacred space. Go over by the fire. Feel the love and support and healing and power of this sacred space. And just allow yourself to ground in. And feel your spiritual tribe gathering around you. Power animals, angels, teachers, guides, ancestors, beings of light. The unconditional beings that walk with you each moment of every day, that love you so dearly. And we're going to have one of your guides come and be here with you. Take form in a way that you can feel them, see them, experience them. And we're going to walk into a series of doors. Know that you are safe and loved. We're only walking into them to be able to bring closure and have you recall your essence, your energy, your consciousness from these situations that no longer exist. And the first door that we're going to go through is a dream that you dreamt at some point in this lifetime that no longer serves. We're going to have you go ahead and open that door to the dream and walk into that dream with your guide. Let yourself remember this dream. Yourself remember what made you want it, what you had hoped for, and whatever feelings that are going to come up, come up. Know that you are loved and held. I want you to ask this dream, what part of you is still attached to it? And how is it holding you back from the life that you're in this moment in time? Recognize this part of you, this part of your consciousness, part of your essence that is still attached to this very old dream. Go tell this part of you how much you would love to have it come back with you. How there are new dreams to dream. whatever way feels right to you. Imagine this part of your essence, your consciousness, now merging back into you so that you can be whole to dream another dream. Breathe this part of you all the way back into your being. Feel that familiarity of feeling whole again. Welcome this part back. And as this happens, notice how the energy of the dream is beginning to dissipate, transmuting back into just pure energy. And thank it so much for all it brought to you. And when you're ready, when you're really ready to let go, step back out of there where you are, through the door, back to the sacred space. And then close the door, letting go with gratitude and love. And let that door dissolve. Let yourself completely let go, knowing that you are safe and loved. And there's so many more dreams to dream that can manifest from who you've become, from all that you have accomplished. Let yourself let go. In your sacred space, I want you to notice a beautiful tree. I'd like for you to go over by that tree, put your hands on its trunk, and feel its life force. Feel the source energy that is within that tree. Let it help you remember that you are source energy. Connected to that tree, to its roots that go all the way into the center of the earth. And how you are connected to the source energy that is the earth. Allow yourself to feel how the tree stretches so far up into the universes that it is connected so easily to the source energy in the stars. And how you are connected to the stars. Feel how you are connected to the fire in this sacred space. Let yourself remember how innately connected you are to everything, as everything is source energy in you. is into a relationship that is completely over in your life, whether it's someone who's died or someone that you're no longer connected to, yet there's still a part of you that is invested in this relationship. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and open that door and walk into that relationship. Feel your guide being right there with you. And walk into the experience of this relationship. All that it was, all that unfolded, and all that it came to be. Let yourself meet the part of you that is still attached to this relationship, that no longer has physical form. Be gentle and compassionate. Let this part of you know the compassion that you have for it. You would love this part of you to come back to being one with you. You and this part of your essence that has been separated from you and the remnants of this relationship. Feel the innate soul connection that you have with this person that will always be. You are always connected in spirit. It's okay for you to come home. The love never dies. Embrace this part of you that has been gone for so long. Welcome it home. Breathe it into your being. Love and support it as it lets go. Help it know the beauty of connection as it releases the limitations of attachment. Send this relationship off to Source with all the love that is. Knowing that the connection will always be. As we let go of what is no longer. And that is the beauty. When you're ready, close the door on what was, so that you can be whole in what is, connected to all. threshold and you close that door, let it dissolve. Accepting all the learnings and the love and the healing that is taking place and that did take place. Walk back over by the tree and put your hands on the tree. Feel your essence strong and powerful. Feel that tree supporting you, helping you remember that you are connected. You are an eternal being having a human experience. Knowing that there is so much more to unfold as we gather our consciousness and our essence back from what is no longer. And hold compassion and love for you as you are walking through this. And as we get ready to walk back to our body, thanking the fire and the circle and all the beings that came. And going ahead and start walking that path back to you, bringing all the healing and wisdom back with you. And as you walk that path back, allow yourself to feel how you feel a little lighter, fuller, standing taller. Feeling all that you are connected to in a deeper way. And as you walk back, feeling the earth and the sun, as you're walking back to your body, doing some big, 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 deep breaths. Feeling that soft breeze and hearing the water in the distance. As you're walking back into your space, breathing yourself back into your body, doing some big, 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 deep breaths. Giving your fingers and your toes little wiggles. One more big, big, big deep breath, pulling it all the way in. When you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes and take a few moments to write about your experience and ground it into this space and time. So this is the other piece of being able to bring closure, is to allow ourselves the grief that comes with that. There are parts of us that were so invested in the relationship, the experience, whatever it was that we were creating. And as much as it is powerful for us to bring our essence back, to close that door, there's still grief to be felt. And there's no timeline with grief. It's just to be honored when it comes up and when we recognize it. So to be able to be gentle and compassionate with ourselves when we're doing this work, because it really can open up some beautiful emotional doors to be able to allow ourselves to grieve, allow ourselves to finish some things that we didn't even know we still had unfolding. And that's some of the beauty of this. So thank you for allowing yourself to be a part of this experience. And as we go through this, to remember that when we know something isn't working, whether it be a job, a relationship, something that we're trying to manifest, that this is a powerful process to do with ourselves before we decide what to do with the relationship, whatever it is that we're involved in that isn't working. And that's what we're going to do in this second visualization, is we're going to go to a relationship, a job, a project that you're working on, a dream that you are working on, dreaming, that is not fulfilling, that is not unfolding, that is not feeding your soul, and energetically pull your essence back from it and allow it to dissolve. And I want you to hear me say this, that this is a process of dissolving what isn't working. And sometimes when we do this in a relationship, it actually gives the relationship an opportunity to flourish. Because the attachment that we have to whomever this person is, this job is, this project is, this dream is, the attachment can actually be holding it back from coming to fruition. So as much as you may, in this next visual, go sit with somebody that you love dearly, that the relationship just isn't functioning anymore, it isn't growing, it isn't flourishing, and as much as you may be terrified to let it go, you know that something's not working. And when you sit in what we're going to sit in, this is about you unwinding your attachment to what you think it's supposed to be, unwinding what you expected it to be, and pulling your essence back and saying goodbye to what isn't working and leaving it open to spirit on how it unfolds from here, whether it does mean a goodbye or whether it allows this relationship or this whatever it is that you're creating an opportunity to have a breath of life infused into it that brings a whole new perspective. Because when we get attached to people, places, outcomes, it's, one of the things that I find so interesting when I work with people that are either dating or in a relationship, they're like, where's that person I fell in love with? It's like, well, the first 3 months are all pheromones and chemicals. And during that time, you give yourself permission to feel all the beauty that is you when you're with that person. That person doesn't bring it to you. And in that, we are then meant to be able to cultivate the things that we remember about us that are beautiful, that are perfect, that are so loving and kind, so that they become a part of who we are. And not everybody has the skills to do that. So when we get 6, 9 months, a year into a relationship, and because we said, I love you so early, we keep waiting for somebody to show up. We kept waiting for people to be who we expected them to be, who we wanted them to be. and we've invested in something that we're attached to. And if we unwind that attachment, we pull our essence back, we give a relationship an opportunity to have space and breath to be able to see what it can be, because the expectation is then weighing down the relationship in such a horrific way and weighing down our energy in such a detrimental way, it could never flourish or change anyways. So have courage with whomever shows up when we go into this next one, to know that what we're really doing is we're unwinding the attachment. We're pulling back your essence, and then you can see what happens, see what unfolds, see what comes about. Because when we release attachment, our heart opens back up again. And we don't realize that when we are in relationships with people and we have expectations and we have attachments, we actually show up to the relationship with our heart closed. And the other person feels that. So we actually inadvertently, unconsciously invite people into interchanges with us with their heart closed because ours is closed. And it can feel a little scary to have our heart open, especially in a relationship that is uncomfortable. It's just, if we can let go of the attachment, unwind the expectation, remember that we are completely and totally connected, then we can remember it's safe to have our heart open because we have choices. When we feel attached, we feel trapped. And when we feel trapped and don't feel like we have a choices, I keep my heart closed. So I'm going to ask you to really challenge yourself, whether it's a passion project that you sit down with, or somebody that you love, or somebody that you work with that you struggle with so, and just let it unfold and trust that Spirit's got you and you're okay. And there'll be so many more doors that open up by being able to let go of what you're attached to. So trust what comes and be kind and compassionate with you. Feel all your feelings, and you've got this. So go ahead and close your eyes and do some big deep breaths, allowing yourself to go back into that beautiful, beautiful place of peaceful relaxation. Allow those big deep breaths to soften your shoulders, loosen up your hips, let your legs relax, let your mind become calm, feeling connected to the essence that is you, to the earth, to the Creator, to all the beautiful light that is in all things, remembering that you are an essential part of this universe. Without your light, it is not whole. Big deep breath, and imagine yourself walking down that beautiful, beautiful path in nature. And as you walk along, you can feel the earth beneath your feet. You can feel the sun come down and gently warm you as you walk down the path. As you walk down a little bit further, feeling that warm, soft, gentle breeze come past your cheeks. Hearing the water babbling in a brook nearby, just allowing yourself to be there. And as you walk down a little bit further, you can see where that path opens up into that beautiful clearing. Allow yourself to walk into this sacred space and go over by the fire. Feel all the love and support and healing and power of this sacred space. And just allow yourself to ground in. And feel your spiritual tribe being right there with you. Feel that connection that you have with them, with your heart and your soul. that guide to go with you again. And what I'd like for you to notice in a moment is a door appearing. Behind this door is someone or a situation or a dream that needs your attention. That there is an attachment, expectation, and a part of you has separated from you and is invested in this. And today it's about gathering you back together, unlocking the attachment, and remembering that you are loved. And when you're ready, go ahead and open that door. Step in and be open to what is in there. Notice how you feel. Feel your guide being right there with you, loving you, supporting you. And instead of engaging with the person or the situation or the dream, I'd like for you to call forth the part of your consciousness, the part of your essence that is separated from you and attached itself to this person, situation, or dream. Be compassionate and listen to this part of you. What are they attached to? What fear is keeping them here? Let them know how much you really want them to come home to you. Help them to remember what it feels like to be connected to your essence, to source energy in the earth, the light in all things. Now you need them to remember this. Them being separate from you is inadvertently stopping you from walking on your soul path, and you need them back. Ask if they can give this attachment that they have to this person, to this situation, or to this dream, to whatever you call your higher power, God, Goddess, Creator, Spirit, so that whatever this relationship is, it has the freedom to grow in whatever way is absolute perfection for all involved, knowing that you are safe and loved. And this is not your life force. this part of you that's come back, filling up with the light that is you, so that you and this beautiful part of you can merge and come back together again. Let it fill up any empty spaces inside of you, knowing that you are loved and safe. There's so much more than this attachment and limitation. And from here, the possibilities are endless. Send love to this person, situation, or to this dream. And let them or it know that you are open to whatever is next as you release what is not working. With love and gratitude. Sadness, whatever it is that you're feeling, just let it all move through. To close this door on this attachment that has held you back, freeing the relationship, the dream, the situation to be whatever it is meant to be. Go ahead and step through the threshold and close the door and let it dissolve, knowing that the soul connection is always there. Now has the freedom to be whatever it is meant to be. Just let go. And go ahead and go walk over by the tree and put your hands on it. And let that tree help you remember that you are connected. You are loved. You matter. You are always meant to be. And you've got this. Feel the earth as the foundation that keeps you steady. Your spiritual tribe with their hands on your back and on your heart, holding you. Your connection with Source that completely and totally keeps you in touch with your innate knowledge, your ancient knowing, and your intuition. You are whole and you are connected. When you're ready, I want you to go ahead and step back from the tree and turn around and see the doors that have now appeared, waiting for you to walk through. We're going to pick one door today, which is a new opportunity, a new dream, a new manifestation, a new relationship, a new understanding of who you are and who you were meant to be. And walk through that door and walk into the miracle that is awaiting you. Knowing it's okay if it's not manifested, just walk into the energy. Let it feed you and envelop you and inspire you and help you remember that you are so much more than you've ever known. Breathe it in. Let it envelop you, inspire you, help you remember. All of this new connection and flow be alive in you. Know that it will unfold over time until it is time to be released, as everything is all temporary, and the beauty and essence of all that is. When you're ready, breathe this all the way in, and then walk back through the threshold with immense gratitude and love, and thank the door for the gift. Let it walk with you, be with you. As you grab the door handle to close it, ask for any message that might want to come through about this. Feel it with all of your senses: hearing, sight, touch, energetic. When you're ready, go ahead and close the door and let it dissolve. As this is life, we have beautiful, amazing experiences. Some walk with us for the rest of our life, and some are just moments, yet all of them are temporary. They feed us and fill us and inspire us to want more and be more. Let this door close. Let whatever is being born within you have space to do that. And now become the tree. Become the fire. Become the sacred space. Remembering that you are everything and everything is you. You are whole and complete. Such a beautiful gift in this world. Doing a couple of big deep breaths. Thanking your spiritual tribe, this sacred space, the fire, all the helping spirits that came to walk us through these little miracles today and help us remember what home is. go ahead and start walking that path back to you, bringing all the healing and gifts and wisdom back with you. Feeling the earth and the sun as you're beginning to walk back to your space and back to your body. Feeling that soft breeze and hearing the water in the distance as you're walking all the way back to you. Feeling taller, lighter, full. Breathing yourself all the way back into your being. Big, big, deep breaths. Another big deep breath. Give your fingers and your toes little wiggles, bringing yourself all the way back. And when I count to 3, you'll open up your eyes feeling rested and rejuvenated. 1, 2, and 3. And as you reflect for a moment on your experience, think of a limitless word that can describe what you experienced and how you felt. I'd like for you to put that limitless word into a sentence. I am. Now say it again. And truly feel it, because I see you as that. Remember that you are an extraordinary light and that your humanness is temporary, but that light is permanent. Thank you for joining me today.